purpose of this video is also a way of me trying to reach myself, because being a beginner is definitely something that I shame myself about sometimes, because I feel as though whenever I try something new, I need to know immediately that this is what I want to do, you know. Like, I shame myself immediately that I need to know what I'm doing. I need to be able to understand these programming languages. I need to be able to understand this language that I started learning like yesterday, and that is all supposed to make sense. But that's not really how humans work anyways. I don't know why I'm trying to set an unrealistic expectation towards myself and an unachievable goal as well, which makes things much more difficult for me to actually learn, because at the end of the day, the process matters more than the result itself. Because learning new skills, learning and having new experiences in life is not about answering a question and finding the correct answer. It's what you find during the process, what you understand, what you learn from the process itself, that actually builds you. I don't know. It's a very interesting thing to think about. I think as people, we tend to forget that when we try new things, obviously we do not know how these things work. We don't understand the elements that are put into creating these things. And once our brain realizes that, hey, you don't know everything, we start to feel scared, we start to feel awkward, because we feel as though we're supposed to already know everything that needs to be done at that point. But that isn't the truth, you know. That really isn't the truth. The more we get comfortable with failing, the less scary it is to get back up. Because we're going to make mistakes. If you're exercising for the first time, you're not going to get the form correctly. If you're learning a language, you might not get the accent right. It takes time. It needs patience. It needs patience with yourself. It needs patience with the context, with the material, with the skill, with the craft, whatever it is that you're trying to learn. You need to have the patience and the grace for both you and the very thing that you're trying to learn, because these things do take time, especially when you're not learning it like when you were a child. Maybe you're learning new things as an adult. You need to be patient with yourself, because it takes time. And there is beauty in that, because it teaches us to see new ways in ourselves, a new side of ourselves that we've never seen before, and to learn new things about ourselves, to have more grace, to have more love for ourselves as well. And there's nothing embarrassing about not knowing how to play the guitar, for example. If you've never played it, how would you understand just by watching someone play the guitar? Maybe it could work for you, but probably your hands don't really understand the coordination fully, and that's okay. You might have the knowledge in your head, but if you've never experienced it, you might not get it right on the first try, and that's okay. What matters is trying and trying again. All that matters is being better than yesterday. Are you better than who you were yesterday? If the answer is yes, then you're doing more than enough, and you should be really proud of yourself. And you know, sometimes the only thing between you and a better life is fear, or feeling awkward, or feeling embarrassed by being a beginner. But there's nothing wrong with that. So what if your videos don't look the best? You don't have the best camera. So what if that's where you start? Everyone starts somewhere. We all have stats. We all have our skills and our points. We know our weaknesses and our strengths. But there's nothing wrong with trying to buff up our weaknesses. That's okay. It's a good thing to want to be better. So whether it means starting to read books, learning photography, playing games, getting into fitness, all of those things, learning makeup, trying to make friends, trying to learn how to talk to people, it's okay to do it for the first time and be proud of yourself for deciding to take a leap of faith. We all start somewhere, but what matters most is actually starting and not giving up on ourselves. Not everything is going to be perfect, but it will be more than enough to get us where we want to be. The more we get comfortable with falling, the more we get comfortable with making mistakes, with not knowing everything, the easier it gets for us, the faster it gets for us to learn from these experiences. So have fun. Allow yourself to not know everything, to not understand languages, to not have the proper form when you start exercising. Allow yourself to not be the best chef out there, to not be that great in math because you're doing it for the first time. If you're learning a programming language, allow yourself to not know what's going on. It's okay. We all start somewhere, but what matters is starting and continuing the race. And it doesn't mean that this race is a straight road. It goes up and down. All sorts of things can happen along the way, but what matters most is not giving up. As long as you have a desire for something better and you know it is something you can work towards, believe in yourself. Just take a leap of faith and try. Try in whatever way that you can, because that's all that matters.